guys don't mind if I eat in front of you, do you? Nah, you don't mind. I'm just really hungry and I'm multitasking. I'm sorry. So I was thinking very morbidly the other day. YouTube's a graveyard. Hear me out. So, here's the thing. By we I mean people who turn the camera on and talk to themselves, are very depressing people because we are documenting our lives in whatever state that may be. We are documenting our lives and making a time capsule that will live forever on YouTube, unless someone blows up the servers, which Lord knows someone may do that. But we are time capsuling our lives, and one day, in 100 years from now, this site is gonna be full of talking dead people. Yeah. Just let that sink in for a minute. Just our grandchildren's grandchildren will be able to watch this video right now when I have lived my entire life. They're going to be able to look back on the time when I was in Seattle and when I went to New Zealand and when I made that video where I lip synced to Fergalicious. That's a thing.
Hit it, Fergie!
All the time I turn around, brothers gather around, always looking at me up and down, looking at my...
I'll put that in the description. And there's nothing... Like, it's weird, it's creepy, but also kind of cool. So first of all, I'm gonna let you know that this chat is gonna be the worst audio in the world because it is hot as balls in this room right now. Hot as balls are relatively hot. That's why they're on the outside of people's bodies. Now, so I saw Fantastic Beasts on the weekend and I thought well, no, you don't know because you may not have seen Fantastic Beasts, but the main actor is freaking hot, and that is a topic of debate, but he is. And I don't actually know his name. I think he was Stephen Hawking, the guy who played Stephen Hawking. Okay, so let's play a game. It's called Grindr. It's this new thing. If you want a promo code, no one's sponsoring me, especially not Grindr. Especially not Grindr. Let's play this game. It's called Grindr. So I have some things to talk about Grindr. Okay, so first of all, I recently hopped back onto Grindr. Now, I'm not going to meet any of these people. I don't know any of these people. I don't know why I'm on. I don't know why I'm on Tinder, and I don't know why I'm on Grindr. And I'm not saying this because they're not perfectly lovely people. They're perfectly lovely people. Well, most of them are perfectly lovely people. But guy from Fantastic Beasts. I don't know, but he's freaking hot, and I'm just gonna do some Googling. I don't even know his name. That's not really that important, but to do what I need to do, yeah, it is really actually freaking important. Oh, it's right at the top. Eddie Redmayne. Liam Redmayne. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? I mean, sure, Jan. So, I need to find a very particular photo. But before I do that, I'm just gonna type in Eddie Redmayne nudes. And I understand that they're out for the D, but that doesn't mean they're bad people. But I'm not going to date them because I don't want to leave my house. And I don't want someone to know where I live. And I don't want, like, dating takes time. And having adult meetups takes time. And it's messy. Oh, it's so messy. I've got so many other things that I could be doing with my time. Oh, by the way, you might have noticed that over there, I have a counter, my YouTube counter, my YouTube subscriber counter, as you will. That's a live feed, just in case I get 9-10. I wish this was him. Is this him? Hold the phone. Wait a second, he's like a child in that one, though. No. Okay. Hold up with me. Hold with me now. Hold with me. We're getting somewhere here. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm not doing anything suspicious. Nothing suspicious. I'm sure you're a lovely girl. Just right there. There we go. Let me just flip horizontally. Perfect. What is my life? 24. Living at home with your mother, photoshopping your head onto Eddie Redbeard's. I've forgotten his name. But you know why I do this? Because of the attention. I mean, are you really shocked? I make YouTube videos. There is nothing in this world that will scream to the planet that you have a giant ego than somebody who signed up for a YouTube account. You are literally making a site all about you. So really, are you shocked that I'm on here for the attention? I may not, in person, be the most attractive of people, but homegirl knows how to take a photo. And to them, I'm this imaginary creature. I'm this imaginary human. I mean, it's a real photo of me, but I know how to take a photo of myself. You know what I mean? If you ever met me in real life, you'd be like, I get it. Red mane, like a lion. Oh my god. What is my life? I'm gonna talk about this with my therapist one day. It's true. It's this imaginary person. I'm not, and it goes for every single profile picture, because every person that, I mean, I've met people online before. And every time you meet them, it's always like, oh, you aren't what I expected you to be. But it's not bad. It's not like, oh, you didn't look like anything like your profile picture. If you go on a date with somebody and you expect them to be like their profile picture, you're a fucking moron. You're a moron. Because the profile pictures don't exist. So people in those profile pictures do not exist. They're flaws. They have countless flaws, not just personality-wise, but actual human flaws. Believe it or not, humans have flaws. And I think the display pictures make people believe that people are flawless and their expectations are way too high. But what the profile pictures duty, I'm a child, make people want to talk to you. And I have people complimenting me when they really have no business complimenting me. Did you just hear that buzz then? I don't think you'd hear that buzz. That was someone paying attention to me and feeding my ego. I don't know, but I mean, I'm just being brutally honest. And I'm not leading them on either. Like, don't think that I'm leading them on. I'm not leading them on. I'm just talking to them. And if they say, hey, do you want to meet? I'm like, no, I don't really want to, but I'm happy to talk to you online. I just don't. I mean, maybe. Like I said, I've met people online before. It's not completely out of the question. It could happen, but I'm not actively looking for it. It would take someone pretty amazingly special to break me out of being single. Because being single is just fantastic. Just me and the hubby. About us, you know what I mean? I just wanted to be about us. A lot of my stories that I have to tell people about are about public transport. And the reason why they're about public transport is because I am always on it. I like public transport. I really do enjoy public transport. It gives me time to sit and watch TV shows and tweet, which I'm sure you guys love. No one loves me on Twitter, but it gives me the time for me. It's my me time. And it just lets me play my games. I've been playing Pokemon, and I've been watching the Amanda Knox story on Netflix. I've been tweeting. I've been doing some work. I get to do a lot of stuff. Not work like YouTube work or anything, like actual, I get paid to do this Monday to Friday kind of work. Well, you're stuck on a train or a bus or a ferry for like an hour and a half. You get to utilize that time if you can get a seat. I can get a seat usually because I'm clever about it. Speaking of seats. So, okay, have you heard of manspreading? So that's where a guy will sit in a seat. It's just men who do this. And they will stretch their legs as far as they can go. As far as they can go, honey. And it's really annoying. I freaking hate when I see a man doing that and they're taking up the entire double seat. Ooh, it just gets my jimmies. So today, there was a man who was manspreading. He was sitting on the train, on a completely packed train. Well, it wasn't so packed that I couldn't find another seat. But he had his legs so far spread that I could see it left very little to the imagination. He wasn't a small man either. He was quite a large man. And he was taking up that whole seat while he was doing his crossword. This old, obviously very cranky man. Very cranky. I got nothing against old people, if they're nice. Actually, I got nothing against anybody, if they're nice. He was obviously very grumpy that day, and he had, like, his legs so far apart, there was this little tiny section where someone with hips the size of mine should really not be trying to sit. but I did. Honey did. And I was like, oh, excuse me. I actually probably said it like that, which I think angered him more because he looked like he came from a generation where Australia was legally allowed them to beat up homosexuals. So I think that probably had fuel to the fire. But anyway, I shimmer shaked my giant, like, childbearing hips into that man-spreading area, closing his man-spreading legs just ever so slightly, but he kept them open. Don't you worry, he kept them open. I knew that he did not want me there. He did not want me to be sitting there. Well, that happened. You can find this on my Twitter account and my LIAMODEARME Facebook page, and just checking the YouTube live subscriber feed there, well, wouldn't you know, didn't gain a single one. And, so, I travel a far distance from home. It's a long ride. Me and him were travel buddies for a good 30 minutes. And he was getting increasingly furiated. And I could feel it because he was shuffling and he was trying to get his crossword in the right spot, but because I was there, he couldn't spread out like he had. And he was getting so angry. And I'm sitting here, very, like, making myself as small as possible on my phone watching my show. And as we're going along, the train is getting emptier and emptier and emptier. And I can see him looking around at all the empty chairs. And he's just like, why is he not moving? I always try to make sure that if I'm going to sit down, I'm going to sit next to somebody who's also single. Is what I'm trying to say. And I just love pissing him off because I knew I was pissing him off. And at the same time, he was an asshole. And I felt like I was helping the world. So, while we're talking about public transport, y'all ever fallen asleep on public transport before? If that ain't actually me, because I am always falling asleep on transport. I may have, momentarily fallen asleep on the ferry today. And I see people who fall asleep on the ferry all the time. And I think they're the funniest thing in the world. Because it's not easy to fall asleep on the ferry. They kind of like flop down like a U shape and just slither into the ferry and stay there. And it's so funny. But today I was so tired. And the ferry that I had today had a really high back. So I just decided I would sit like this and listen to my music. And homegirl, do-do-do-do-do-do. That's not attractive for like 10 minutes. I ain't picking up any boys by doing that. No boys want an open mouth thing. Well, don't do that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy this video, please make sure to do none of those things. I will see you guys in 3 days. So, I'm really sweating right now. Like, super hot in here. The fact that I'm eating this hot Chinese food isn't helping. Well, that was fun. Bye! Well, that was sad. Yep.